What's this? Come here. Catch it. Oh, you didn't even go for it. Come here. Let me see it. That was so close.
He's doing really good with it.
That's a good boy. Let me see it. Drop it. He acts like he's not a puppy or something.
Are you tired or
I
something?
know there's plenty more energy in there. He's a faker.
You're so handsome.
Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. Does this place look a little more familiar? Do those screaming goats in the background sound a little more familiar? Well, we're back at Shady Acres, finally, thankfully. And I gotta say, guys, as you are all aware, it has been a whirlwind of emotions and feelings and thoughts and everything for, I can't really count the days. They kind of all blend together.
Yeah.
But guys, we're gonna celebrate today. Greatest news in the world. If you saw Matt's video, he published, you know, the timeline gets weird. But Shannon and I were at my folks' house yesterday afternoon, which was Sunday, doing a little laundry and taking care of the animals and whatnot. And we had a fantastic text come in from my dad. Sent to the whole group and said, hey guys, surprise, surprise, we're on the highway and we're headed home.
It was the best news we have gotten.
It felt surreal when it first came in. I had to reread it.
That's a good boy, Bruno.
He says, I don't like the electric fence and I don't know how I feel about that Herc guy. And Herc is giving him dirty looks saying, stay up there, dude. I do want to give you a full update on Nala. But I've got to say, let me get in here with these guys and see if they won't be quite as loud. Guys, praise the Lord. Thank you guys so much. All the prayers were answered for Dad's surgery to go as well as it possibly could. And then for his recovery to kick off and do well. And you know, man, when they pulled up that driveway and I saw that he's in the passenger seat, not, you know, just, we lost it, but in the best way possible. So we're so thankful for them to be back at home. Dad is more comfortable there. Mom has, they're ready. They're ready, they're recovering, and a whole lot of thoughts and emotions. It was just, you know, everything all in the same week. What's going on with Nala and what's going on with Dad and me and my brothers and everybody, you guys have been above and beyond amazing, and we want to thank you so much. And I have to apologize, I cannot and have not gone in and looked at any comments on the last video yet, and you guys have sent some wonderful emails. I see the start of them, but I can't, we're not ready to go in and read all that and respond. So I do apologize, but I know they're there, and there will come a time where I will be able to go back and do that. So thank you guys, y'all are the best. We love and appreciate you.
It feels so nice having this whole area like easier to walk through now.
100%. I think about it every single time. So you know who weeded that?
Spruce.
Spruce doesn't help out.
Did you weed for me?
Food.
You gotta get off the gate, dude.
Hey. Hi, buddy. You're a little hyper. Is you hungry? Is you hungry? You know it. Who?
That's Koopa.
You boys are telling some stories today.
Come on, Coop.
All the noises coming in. Whoa. What'd you say? I think you had some vibrato in that one, dude. Hey, watch yourself, because they are being a little bit rambunctious.
You're ridiculous. You know you are.
Sheriff Herc, maintaining the peace, aren't you, buddy?
Spruce, should I make you scream just a little bit more?
No.
He's snorting. Oh my gosh. Come on, boys. Come on, Larry and Harry. Come on.
That is ridiculous.
He's so funny.
Look at that guy. That's our farm dog right there, man.
So proud of him.
I have been keeping him out with me for so many chores and things now.
I love that.
That boy, he's, you know, they're clumsy. He's just over 6 months old, and they're clumsy for a while. Like when he gets the zoomies, his back legs just don't know what to do. His front legs are pulling him along, and those things are just flailing. His tail's curled underneath him. But I'm happy to report he's finally kind of getting the big dog coordination in. And I bet you he's almost 60 pounds already. But he is a lover, and we are very pleased. Very pleased.
I just thought that maybe they needed some animal crackers while they were in here by themselves.
Look how big they're getting.
They're huge. That's all you get, guys. Just 2.
You just calm down, okay? You're a little out of control, aren't you?
Spruce.
He's almost got to do a double take.
Weech.
Well, yeah. Whoa, whoa.
Really,
Whoa.
Spruce.
Here, let me have Larry's. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. With hay in your mouth, that's a feat.
Here's Harry.
Harry Berry, you better get after him. Spruce is right here. Had a boy, look at you.
Well, you gotta get off the gate, Earl.
Wait, did you give them down there theirs?
Yeah.
Oh, you're sneaky.
Yeah. You guys gotta get off the gate.
You know who's the biggest talker out of the 3 of them?
Earl.
No,
No?
it's Dookie.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be taking the food in there and I get a little
You guys can come out.
Look at the colors on that boy.
Come on. You gotta back up. Daisy.
Herc, come here, Bubba. Come on, big guy.
Daisy, honey, you gotta get off the fence.
That's a good boy.
Get off the gate.
That's my talker right there out of that bunch. That's Mr. Dookie. He is gonna be so hard to tell apart from little Mario when he gets bigger. I'm hoping his fur turns out a little bit longer. This is little Mario right there on the right. That's Mama pushing him around. That's Mama making it weird, as a matter of fact. Here's the only tough thing. Like right now, my guineas, my adult guineas are going off up the hill here a little bit. They don't sound like they're running, but the Bruin man loves to tease them. Specifically the bobs. Shannon named our 2 males, not gray, but our 2 pearly males, Bob, because they're big old bullies, and they pick on gray. Well, I don't think Bruno likes it. Oh, he's not. Look at this. Look at this guy. What a boy. That a boy.
That's a good boy, Bruno.
But yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he has any intention of hurting them. And I think those guineas could get away from him. It would be a sneak attack that would be the problem. If he's being calm around them, they're used to these guys grazing around him, and Hercules is calm around them. If those birds remain calm, they'll let Bruno come right up to him. But then he likes to do a little juke and kind of make them scatter and fly off. And he likes to chase him for a little bit. And he's just a puppy. He's a puppy. This is the hay party. I was talking to Dad about this actually. His goats have been taken in. Have been taken in a lot more hay for whatever reason this time of year. I don't really know the reasoning behind it, but ours are in the same boat. This entire feeder and the 2 other smaller ones that we just filled, those will be gone before we go to sleep tonight. Now, I don't know if you can see this layer of hasted hay. These are my hasters. They are not hungry, I promise. You brave soul, I would not get in there while Herc's eating, my dear. Little Daisy girl. She's my biggest problem child with trying to eat Mr. Herc's dry food.
Scoop, you're ridiculous.
He's magnetized to the bucket.
He is. Come on, man.
Can't come off it.
Bluesy.
Bluesy, would you please quit teaching your daughter to come over here and eat dog food? Get out, you little stubborn goofball.
You're a stinker. Duke, oh my gosh, you guys.
Is there such a thing as goat juggling? Do you ever feel like we just juggle goats while we're in here feeding and stuff?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Herc? You a goat juggler? That sounds weird. Did you get some animal crackers, buddy? You know he's gonna expect those every time we come out of there now.
Hey, Bruno, do you still have it in your mouth? He hasn't chewed it up yet.
He's gotta inspect it. I don't think I've ever given him an animal cracker before.
I've never given him one.
I don't think he's ever gonna.
What a good boy.
Do you think I'm gonna take it from you? That's your treat, buddy. Yeah, no, she gave that to you to have. Yeah, that's for you, big fella.
That's a good boy.
He's a handsome man. Never rotten or anything, huh? You never act like a puppy, do you, buddy?
Love you, buddy.
You can go ahead and eat those, dude. You don't have to carry them around
so funny.
in your mouth. You silly boy. Yes, a good boy.
He's a farm dog.
100% farm dog.
He's a good boy.
You know how I know he's a farm dog? If I don't throw a dead snake far enough out in the woods, it's back in about 2 days.
That'll teach you.
Yeah.
Take 2.
How many times is it going to take to get this out? Guys, first and foremost, we are so thankful and grateful for all the kind comments and emails and prayer, especially the prayer, and that Mom and Dad are home. It is just incredible, and we thank you so much for the support and all of that. And we, you know, it's just all happening, you know, it's just all happening in the same week. And
it's been a whirlwind of emotions this week.
Yeah.
A whirlwind.
Oh yeah, emotions I've never felt in my entire life.
Same.
All, especially at the same time.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Same.
So we mentioned in our last video that Nala was not doing well and her health was diminishing, and that we felt like we were in her final days. And we just got to let you know that the next day at about midnight, we spent that whole day, Nala did pass. And there's a lot of details and things and a whole story and a memory that I wish that I didn't have. And, you know, it's the hardest thing we together have been through, for sure. And I have so much to be thankful for. We have so much to be thankful for. We got a couple of neighbors out here, the country community that we always talk about and are grateful for and didn't know existed until we ran out to the country and just started doing things on our own. And yeah, but that country community is full of a couple of guys, a couple of neighbors, and they helped a ton. So if you guys know Bruno, we got him from my neighbor Perry up the road, and we have another neighbor, Stan, who has come and helped with a lot of different things out here, and we've really grown close to one another. And I had to lean on them considerably for a couple of big moments with what was going on, and they pulled through so big, and I could not be more appreciative. And it's people like them, it's people like you, it's people like our family that are in support of us and everything, that are gonna help us cope and get to the new normal from here. So thank you so much to them, to you, to our family, all the support. You know, it's
really, if you want the truth, Kyle was a rock star throughout the whole thing, because some of you may know my family, my sister and her family is here from Africa, and we planned a trip to take together and spend some family time together, and it just happened that it was this past weekend. And Kyle,
I forced her to go. We were gonna go together. We were even thinking about seeing if Perry and Stan, hi Bruno.
hi, that big guy.
We were even contemplating seeing if Perry and Stan wanted to take on, they're not afraid of the challenge, but take on feeding our animals so that I could actually go, get away for a couple days. And this trip was planned for months, guys. A lot of planning. We have some good friends that were involved in making it all happen. And I knew what was coming. I knew what that next day was going to look like. And so I didn't want Shannon to experience it in first person. And quite honestly, if we had been there together, I'm sure we just kind of would have triggered each other's emotions back and forth and back and forth. And the thoughts, emotions, and feelings, it took that whole day from literally sun up till beyond sundown.
But I'm not done. You totally interrupted me. Normally I'm interrupting you, but you interrupted me.
I know, because I wanted to know that I forced you to go.
Kyle did force me to go. I offered to stay home. I offered to come home early, all the things, but Kyle stayed home and he spent Nala's last days by her side. And I could not be more thankful and more grateful for that, because I could go spend time with my family knowing and having peace that Nala had her daddy with her, and that he was going to take care of her the best that he absolutely could, and he was going to be by her side the whole time, so she knew she was loved. And that was really, really hard, but I am so, so proud of Kyle for staying with her and comforting her and telling her how much we loved her, laying in the floor with her, and just being there and being her support. And it means the world to me and my family that he stayed and did that and made sure she was comfortable till the very end. And I have no doubt that she was. I'm very thankful for that. I did offer to come home early. I offered to not even go, but Kyle forced me to go, and I'm so grateful that I did. I had a great time with my family. I got to spend time playing games with them and being out on the lake with them, and it was absolutely wonderful. But let me tell you, Kyle called me the night that it happened, and we just, well, truth be told, we just bawled together on the phone together. And I got up that next morning early, packed up, and came home. For one, I was very thankful that my family was understanding of the situation and that I needed to leave early. But I also was so thankful that I pulled up the driveway and I saw our neighbor's vehicle at the top of our driveway. And I was so thankful that I knew Kyle wasn't taking care of Nala by himself, that he had some support, he had some help, because I couldn't be here just yet. And
Yeah,
I can't even express like how grateful I am for the community that we have built around us, and for the people that we've become friends with, and for all of you guys sending us all the prayers and messages and emails and comments. And man, guys, it's been hard, but we have felt your prayers. We've spent a lot of time praying ourselves.
yeah.
And we spent a lot of time praying that God would just go ahead and let Nala cross that bridge.
Yeah, I begged and pleaded that God would take her all day long. Just take her while I'm there with her, you know, while she's at peace. And you know, obviously it happened in his timing, and it was what it was. Saturday, that was Friday night that she had passed. Saturday, Stan and Perry came down, and I was a zombie, and I didn't have enough food in me. I didn't have enough sleep in me over the past 2 or 3 days, or however many. And they were there to help guide me, and I brought her out. We gave her a proper burial. We gave her a proper burial in a grave out here that I dug, and I was just staring at them, and they were like, "Come here, come this way, dig here, do that," you know. And because I couldn't think, I couldn't think, and they showed me a lot of respect for my emotions that I was going through right at that time. And so God sent them to come help, and it literally was the last load of dirt that I had put over the grave. Turned back around, shut off the tractor, and Shannon's standing up here at the end of the driveway, and so I got to be, it was perfect. It was in God's timing. That was how it was all meant to be. And so then Shannon and I got to be together, and I'll tell you, we got to start the grieving process. Yeah, there's still plenty of it left. And you know the incredible thing, guys, this is how God works. There's a little grill down the way from here, not too far from here, that's just a really nice atmosphere. And I told Shannon, like, she walked into the camper and just started opening the door and windows, and I was like, "Oh, does it stink in here?" I mean, that's how numb I was. I was in there with that the whole time. And so we both decided, like, okay, if we stay here right now, we're just gonna cry ourselves to dehydration. And we did anyway. But we got ourselves, I hadn't showered, I had to get cleaned up and everything, got ourselves ready, and we went to that place, and we sat down, just the two of us, and, you know, tried not to cry. We did a pretty good job. We were doing a pretty good job. But just even, guys, the music that was playing at the time, the folks that were coming in and out, you know, just kind of people watching, seeing these couples that are older than us, couples that are younger than us. Like, it was just meant to be that we were there. And even more so, while we're sitting there trying to not talk about that, we were just trying to be at peace, we both get a text message at the same time. And this is Saturday. And it was a text from my dad. That was the first time. He hadn't even had his phone. And he just sent a really sweet text, and my mom had told him what had happened, and it was just so kind, and it was exactly what we needed at exactly that time. Then we cried, and the waitress thought something was wrong, but it was so meaningful. And again, it's about his timing, and we're gonna be okay. That's what we've been, you know, we know that this is all just a part in our story and our history. And you know, I'm praying that memory just falls out of my head from that specific day. But you know, if I focus on the 11 plus years that she gave us, and the memories that we have, and the times we've had together, and I mean, she's been there for each one of us so many times, and vice versa. Like, it's all a good thing. This is how animals were created, and you know, when you fall in love with them and they love you back, this day happens, right?
It does. And we talked about it ahead of time. We knew that it would happen at some point. But let me tell you, God has been at work for us, because, you know, when we got Bruno, we were really questioning, was this a good idea? Should we rehome him? Why did we think that getting a third puppy was a good idea? And you guys even asked us.
You guys, when we got Bruno, even commented and said, why did you get a third dog? Why did you get another dog? You know, and I wanted to respond and say, I never asked somebody with 2 children why they got pregnant to have a third. Like, they wanted a third kid. I don't know. I ask my mom all the time, why did you have a third kid? But that's a whole nother story. Just kidding, Matt, sort of.
We love you, Matt.
We love you.
But God placed Bruno in our life for a reason, because he knew what was coming. And I can't even begin to tell you how much Bruno has helped us through this.
Oh.
He's been with Kyle the whole time that he was staying with Nala, and just every time he needed to take a break, Bruno was right there with them. We've spent so much time with Bruno since Nala's passing, and I truly believe that God put him in our life for a reason. God
knows we're dog people. He knows. We're dog people, we're animal people. And that's okay. It's a good thing. But you do have moments like this when you are animal people. But guys, it was incredible. The whole day that I was dealing with the princess, and you know, that final day, when I would go up to be with Bruno, I was so zapped and just out of it. But I wasn't giving him commands. I wasn't making him obey, but he was. I don't know, he may be doing something wrong in the background now. I have no idea.
I think he's just chewing on something.
He's being good.
He's being good.
But guys, that day, he's only 6 months old. He's not lost another animal in his life, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's true. And they know it. They know these things because they read us, you know. And he stepped up that day, and ever since then has been a different dog, matured. I mean, he still has his puppy moments, don't get me wrong, but so kind. He's just been so good. He's been so good. He got a big promotion. Yeah. He got a very big promotion. Yeah, which he also got, you know, we got him that house and a bigger crate. We got him a big crate, man. It almost takes up half of the office, and he actually now is better, way better at even going into his crate. And, you know, it's all good, and it's all been, you know, just a good transition. When you zoom out a little bit and just kind of really look and think, you know, yeah, there's the pain and that memory that will fade, and it just takes time, but everything else is in order already for helping us get through that and keep going, you know. And Bruno is, I don't know if he can hear me. I don't want him to hear me, but he's going to play a big part in getting over this, because he doesn't stop. He wants to have fun. He wants to play. He wants to work. And all that's still happening. So, yeah. Answered prayers across the board, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Guys, we are so grateful for your prayers and all your messages and all your comments.
And I just want to ask that you keep praying for us.
So there's still stuff we've got to face and address, but it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Gonna be okay.
We're getting there.
God will prevail, and this too shall pass.
We've got our buddy. He's got our 6 right behind us.
Yep. And the Herc
Doing
Man.
great.
The Herc Man's been there for me too, man. I've cried with him and let him know, and his face when you cry in front of a dog that could eat you, you know, and then to see his sweet eyes and face, and he's reaching out trying to hold me in and leaning his head in my chest. I'm like, how do you understand these things, man? And so we've got a great support fur group and human group, and you guys just, yeah, I was just assuming you're human, sorry.
So thank you guys for coming along this journey with us, and thank you for all of your support. We could not do this without you. And I know we say it every video, but we really do mean it. We love and appreciate you.
And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.